my energy. Don't you fuck with 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 my energy.
Say the wrong words, you be hangman. Why me stick to your bitch like a spray tan? Mr. What kind of law you in the city? Know my name, nigga. I ain't gotta say it. Taste. She can get a taste. Taste. She can get a taste.
Welcome to Three Hoodoo Sisters. I apologize. I've been busy. I didn't have time to make a video, but people have been inboxing me. I said inboxing. People have been inboxing me and asking me for I'm sorry, y'all. I'm eating a piece of cake. Being the fat bitch that I am, I'm eating a piece of cake. And I can hear my mother, don't eat with your mouth open. But y'all, today we're gonna talk about Future's baby mama. I think this is baby mama 10,156. Yeah. So let us all welcome sister wife 10,156. 1, 2, hold up your petals, your baskets, and sis, welcome to Sister Wives, y'all, because I'm here for it. I can't lie, y'all. I'm here for the fuckery. I'm here for it, because obviously that nigga got a taste. What is it called? A taste test dick? You gotta taste it. Everybody gets to taste it. Community dick. You know? I mean, it's a hot ass mess. Who would have unprotected sex? You ain't thinking about your future if you're having unprotected sex with Future. I'm sorry. Like, Future is not somebody who it's like drive at your own risk type of shit. Oh hell no. So we got a girl, she wrote a whole fucking urban like novel. It was like 4 fucking pages. Like I only read like the beginning and the end because that's all that matters. Talk about some, she's scared for her life. Why would any rational, especially a Haitian woman who knows how our society is, how our people are, have a child with a dirty dick motherfucker? Something wrong with you, sis. Something wrong with you, sis, because you obviously after the coin. Just talking about some, you're too old to be getting abortions. Girl, please, I don't believe you. I think you got caught up, and I also think Future is not the only option. I think, you know, you're bouzin, so you sleep around with all types of people, so he may also think he's not even the father of this child. Girl, she's, y'all, I'm hot. Let me just go. This chick is crazy. I don't know if she's telling the truth or not. Relationship like with Rain and Future. What was the relationship like with Rain and Future? The cards, I got something to say. Rain and Future. What was the relationship like between Rain and Future? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. She was just one of his hoes. Like it has very in and out energy. He was just one of her hoes. Like in and out. I didn't read the letter, so I don't know what she said, y'all. So fill in the blanks, because I don't know. He would go long periods of time without seeing her, and then he would see her. Like, it's very, she's not lying. They did have some type of, like, relationship. So there was something going on here, but the card being in the, like, middle is telling me that she was just, you know, he was sharing her. It was just one of many. She wasn't, you know, there was another chick who lived in the same state as her, who he was sleeping with too. So it's actually another chick who he was doing the same thing with, but for some reason he favored her a little bit more. they used to actually have really good conversations. It's something about their conversations that actually seem good. She has very good, she's actually very good at conversation and social skills. Well, I mean, if you're a stripper, you know what I'm saying, but she's good with that, and he liked that. But there was a lot of guidelines and rules. It's one of those relationships where she knew her place and she knew her place. It's a lot of rules in these cards to me. It's like, you know what time it is. It's like, so they both kind of knew or whatever. It's just, this cards to me, they keep revealing more and more women. They keep revealing more and more people. Now it's talking about 3 women who he had, and there was also some type of financial support or the breaking off of money, but not a lot, but just enough. It's like Future was giving her some type of like money. It's also speaking in terms of him being friends with someone else she was screwing. So obviously she has a history because, you know, well, she said that she has slept with men who are worth more money. So obviously she's an escort of some sort. She also has an older man who takes care of her, or she has a man who is much older than her who takes care of her. So this is interesting because this child may not be hers, be his, because which, I mean, would it matter? He already has a harem or whatever. He has a whole basketball, football team, a whole damn squad. Ain't nobody fucking with his clique because he got so many fucking kids and baby mamas just rolling all the motherfucking place. It's just a semen bath of nastiness, and she nasty too. So, but she's surrounded by older men with money, so she's kind of taken care of. So interesting. Future may actually not be the father of this child. I remember when Drake's baby mama was saying that, you know, all this stuff and people were going in on her, but the cards were saying it was true. Or there was truth to this. There is some truth to her story, but Future was very, she didn't know a lot about Future's personal life. He kept a lot of things to himself. So she had, so it was, they talked, but there were a lot of lines drawn. But she's got like more than one sugar daddy in these damn cars, y'all. So there is a chance that he's not the dad. And I think that's why Future is going in so hard, because like, he's like, how do you know it's me? I think that's where a lot of his anger is coming from. It's coming from a place of, how do you know I'm the dad? Like, how do you know it's not one of your, and it looks like older men, like much older than her. Why did Rain, what was Rain's true intention when she decided to keep her child? What was her Rain's true intentions? She actually wants to be a mother. Her heart is really involved in this. But why would you choose Future? You know, girl, like, I just think you're setting up your child for a lot of heartache. Like, why would you choose Future? She has the energy of someone who does want to settle down and does want to kind of start a family. But I see a little bit of delusion in these cards. I do. Yeah, it's something that she's been wanting and waiting for. So I think it's something that she was like, well, when it happens, whoever it happens with, it is what it is. You know, prostitutes can't be choosy. You know what I'm saying? So she's kind of in a place of, like it's with whoever, you know. So she's in a place of like, I'm going to figure out how to start my like family. But the thing about these cards is that it's speaking a lot about knowing about what was going to happen. So she was aware, y'all. She knew that if she announced this, if she already, before pregnancy even happened, like she said, I guess she sleeps with all types of business, corporate, entertainers, you know, athletes. She already knew this type of controversy was going to come into her life. She already knew that. I think as a reader, I would have told her to use her wisdom and use her mind. So this is a path that she has chosen. This is her choice. She didn't have to do this, but in her mind, she chose this. There are plenty of men she could have easily hidden her coconut past and found a decent dude, but a lot of these women, they get so caught up in money and lifestyle and greed and wanting to be taken care of and wanting to do this and that they just get caught up with men who don't really want to raise the child. She knew it was coming. She knew it. She knew from day one. So this is telling me this is a woman who knew already, like straight up. Like she knew she would probably end up having a child with some sort of entertainer or somebody who has money, and she knew this was going to happen. She knew that her in future would have issues. Like she knew this. She knew that things in her past are going to start like coming up. Y'all, she knew all this stuff. She knew. And rather than finding a regular dude to just have a child with and just keep doing her hoeing on the side, she decided to have a child with an entertainer. But there is a doubt about Future sees her as a hoe. He's like, yo, like, I don't know if I'm the father of this child. So we'll have to see. How does Future feel about his 1,250,000th child? How does he feel about baby number 89,100,000? How does he feel? I think this is his 6th child. How does he feel about this pregnancy? How does he feel about, well, shit, he's got 2 pregnant women at the same damn time. You know, so I just thought about it. I could be talking about 2 different women. Rain. I could be talking about Ciaras, Bow Wow's baby mama. She will always be Bow Wow's baby mama to me. I can't see it. Even after she has Future's baby, it's still Bow Wow's baby mama to me. Because she corny. Brittany, girl, you did the best thing. Like, girl, you had one of those. I was your lover and your secretary, working every day of the week. Girl, you passed that baton to that silly hoe, Ciaras. Good luck, girl. He already showed you who he was. Good luck with all that. How does Future feel about Rain's 2 pregnant women at the same damn time? Oh my God. Some Fetty Wap shit. Like, this is crazy and it's nasty. Okay, how does Future feel about Rain? Rain on me. How does Future feel about Rain's pregnancy? How does Future feel about Rain's pregnancy? I wouldn't be shocked if we got the card of the devil. Rain's pregnancy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. He feels that she plotted this. Like, he's trying to not worry about it, but he's thinking about his money. His money, how his generational wealth is going to go, how money is going to be split up. He is monitoring her. So she is being watched. I see it here. She is being watched. And there's actually somebody who she trusts who is spying on her on behalf of Future. So if I was her, I would be careful. He feels betrayed. He feels betrayed. Yeah. Remember I said, don't be surprised if the card of the devil comes. He's actually trying to figure out how he can hide his money, how he can move his assets around. He probably already has done that because he got so many damn kids. You know, it's pleasure that's been exposed. Bad choices being judged. Like, you know, he's waiting. Like, there's a part of him who is like, this is not my child, and in 9 months or whatever, I'm going to know. So he's like, he's 50-50 about it, but he's thinking a lot about his assets and things of that like manner. There's a lot of betrayal in these cards. Like, I don't see them in the cards, I feel it. I feel the betrayal. Like, he never thought she would run her mouth. So he's like, damn, you can't trust none of these stanky hoes. Like, but Future, you're not to be trusted either. Like, you ain't shit either, Future. You nasty. Oh, his dick just, it probably has like mold and like mushrooms and fungus growing on it. Just looks, it's just nasty. Y'all hoes is nasty. Anything for fame, anything for social media likes, and you be sitting here dying of HIV and AIDS and all types of crazy incurable STDs. I'm telling you. Okay, let's go. How does Brittany feel? How does Brittany feel about Future and Rain and just these? Girl, girl, you better get that on your knees and thank God that you don't have AIDS or HIV. If you don't, or girl, you better thank God, because that is seriously some like mushroom dick. Like, that is seriously some dirty ass dick. Dude is just foul. 2 years he doesn't like to use condoms. Oh my God. My God. Up in heaven, I will be thy name, thy kingdom come. Y'all hoes is crazy. Let me just go and see. How does Brittany feel about Future and Rain's baby? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Brittany actually, somebody's telling her all of the tea. Somebody in her circle has made things clear to her. Because at first she was really confused, and somebody in her circle actually came to her and explained to her what was going on. It's somebody who she doesn't really hang around with that often, but somebody who came to her and basically made the whole tea make sense. She just thinks it's a really bad financial, like, Future is just making some really bad financial decisions, you know. These are a lot of cards of, she's trying to figure out how to build her own money and her own empire and not rely on Future for really anything, because there's a very strong energy of determination. But at the same time, she doesn't really know who to believe. She's like a lot of people. There's a lot of things. Her and Future are actually going to reunite in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. This is, what's today's date? November 28th. Around March, April, they're going to reunite. This sounds crazy, y'all, but I think Brittany's gonna give Future, oh God, girl. Oh, girl, you just, you might as well just go and just open up the devil's booty hole and just slide right in. Like, some type of There's also an energy in these cards that this chick may be lying. Like, this may not even be his child, and she's just being extra. So there's a big energy of, it's weird with Ciaras, with Bow Wow's baby mama, that they knew he was the dad. But something about this pregnancy is still very up in the air. So everyone's like, we'll see how this plays out. But she's in a place of trying to get her money and her career off the ground. It caused her a lot of confusion. She was hearing a lot of like different stories, and somebody came to her and clarified what was really good and what was really going on. How does Ciaras feel about Rain's pregnancy? Girl, you a dumb one. Cause she literally, her future is like her future is with Future. It's like she's dripped in Future. Like, came through dripping Future. Came through dripping Future. She's just a Brittany 2.0. Like, she's just waiting. Girl, like, this shit is, girl. Why don't we see, how does Ciaras, Bow Wow's baby mama, feel about Rain and and Future and this new baby? You know, she got what, hood twins or something? What do they call hood twins? When everybody was like, y'all crazy. How does she feel about it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. She went in on Future. She went in on him. She was very upset. Very upset. Like, she had some very strong words to say to Future. It's like she went off. Like, you know, she was like, what are you doing? Like, she went off on him. She went off. She was like, a lot of heartache. It's caused her a lot of heartache. A lot of very deep words being expressed. Like, Brittany was confused. Ciaras is just hurt. Like, Ciaras is like, you can't, they fought, y'all. They got into some type of verbal spat or verbal something. It's causing her a lot. If you with Future, this is the card of your future, okay? No pun intended. You will always be the 9 of Swords if you're with Future. It will never change, okay? You either playing in Satan's booty hole, or you're being attacked by all of the various STDs that he's giving you. It just doesn't change. She's seeing something so good has turned into something so bad. Future isn't telling her everything either. He's keeping a lot to himself. So she feels like he's holding things in. He's being very defensive. Like, very, like, I'm not telling you everything. Like, she really thinks Future is her knight in shining. She's delusional. I don't know if it's the dick, the fungus on the dick went to her bloodstream, into her brain, but she is seriously thinking that this dude is her knight in shining armor, and eventually he's gonna do her right. What is wrong with you women? Future is dysfunctional. Oh yeah, y'all. She's not happy about this at all. She's more emotional than Brittany, but Brittany like, all my life I had to fight. I had to fight groupies. I had to fight baby mamas. I had to fight Ciara. I had to fight these STDs. She's like, you can have it, bitch. You can have it. But I see them reuniting. I don't know, around March, April, y'all. Something's gonna happen. Interesting. This is crazy. How does Ciara feel about this fucking circus Soleil? What is this? The hood circus? How does Ciara feel about Rain and Future's pregnancy in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. This type of shit is really some shit you need popcorn. Like, you need to sit down and just watch it, because it's just so fucking hot and steamy and just crazy. it's bringing her back to a lot of memories of what he used to do to her in her past. And she's really thinking a lot about her son. She's really thinking a lot. How old is their son? Is he like 4 going on to 5, or is he 3 going on to 4? He's one of those ages, and she's just she really doesn't want her son to end up like Future. It's like she thinks a lot about her son and just the drama, and she's so happy she moved on from that shit. Not my circus, not my clowns, bitch. I ain't got time for this. Now she's like, she really doesn't see Future as a good role model for her son. She's like, a lot of past stuff, it's like he still hasn't changed. He's still on the same shit. He still hasn't changed. He's not bringing anything. He's just bringing problems. He's just coming back with the same bullshit that he refuses to confront. It brought her back to a lot of memories, y'all, of the past. Like, she's like, man, I don't want my child around all this. I don't want my child to see this. Now, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, I pulled out some Lee Norman cards on why Future keeps raw dogging bitches. I know she said Future doesn't like to wear condoms, but he got some very interesting cards. And what it came down to is like a last minute decision. It's like someone who's not thinking in the long run. It's like he just wants to dive in it. He's choosing, I think it was door, child, and something else, but it just really chose me last minute choices. It's like somebody who gets so revved up with, you know, his mushroom dick that he just goes nuts, and he doesn't think things through. He just dives into the pussy. So he just dives into it. He's oh, okay, it was child and it was door and clock. It's somebody who makes quick decisions and dives into the pussy. So he really is pussy whipped. Like, he just dives into pussy. It's crazy. Is Rain's life in danger? Is Rain's life in danger? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. This is Future, okay? This is the King of Cups. There is somebody who is working on Future's behalf. So there is someone who is working on Future's behalf. Yes, there have been threats made. There have been threats made. Yes, there have. There have been threats made. But because she went public, they've retracted a lot of it. And Future is paying them. So whoever is doing this is being paid. Okay? So they're receiving some type of money. They know where she lives. I don't know if she stays in some townhomes or some condos or something, but there is someone who's being paid to watch, like physically. So she does need to be careful who's being paid by Future. So she does need to be careful how she moves. Yeah, she does. Because she exposed it, it did save her life. So, but the problem the cards keep pointing to, this may not be Future's child. You know, I think that's why he's so mad. Why didn't you just wait until we had a test done and then see if it was mine, and then we could go from there? He's more mad that she's a professional hoe, but she's claiming it's his. But like, I don't even trust you, so how is this child mine? That's what he's really pissed off about. Why don't we go into what Rain's spirits have to tell her about this time in her life. If this ain't a sign that it's time to stop hoeing, I think she needs to take this as a sign. Girl, take that cocoa got and that like booze inside of you, put it inside of a jar and sit it on top of a desk and move on, girl. I hope this child does change you. Find you a sugar daddy who's old and tired, who can pay all your bills and chill, girl, because this is crazy. But she knew this. She knew it would eventually happen in some shape or form in her life. So why don't we go and see what her spirit guides, what them strong Haitian ancestors have to tell you. Girl, don't no Haitian ancestor want their child to be a bouzin, okay? Straight up. So they don't want it. They don't accept it. They don't want it. So why don't we go and see what her ancestors have to say, Rain's ancestors have to say. 5, 4, 2, 1. The soulmate part is, this is crazy, but she may end up having a miscarriage. So she may not end up having her child. There's a very high chance of miscarriage. They didn't like Future either. So they're happy that he's gone. These are a lot of cards of a lot of fire, a lot of ending, a lot of she needs to grow from her experience. These are all cards of creation. They're saying she stepped over. They're actually blaming her for some of this. They're telling her that I think she's gonna have a girl if she is able to carry it full term. They're telling her you've put yourself in a very crazy situation, and that due to not having boundaries, it's caused you. Her ancestors are very strict. Her ancestors are like, you kind of stepped into the fire willingly. They don't like Future, and they've been wanting her to. They want her to start her life over again. You know, end of strife and death. Get out of this profession of hoeing. Get out of being a stripper. It's time to move on. This is actually has a lot of lessons that her ancestors want her to learn. They want her to move on. That they want her to go and do other things with her life and be a good mother to her daughter. They ain't here for it. A part of them is like, are you happy now that this happened? Oh, believe me, honey, ancestors will talk to you and tell you how they really, especially Haitian spirits, oh, they don't bite their tongue. They're like, now do you see where you're at because of what you've done? So what are you going to do now to change it? They're kind of like, they're going to protect her, but they're not sympathetic. But they do want her to make the best out of this. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of these. I don't think he's the dad. I don't want to say I don't think he's the dad. I think there's somebody else. I don't think. I'm about to ask. These aren't really cards to ask if he's the dad. I kind of reorganized all of my cards. I really need the Lee Norman, but I don't remember where I put them. So I'm gonna see. Is Future Rain's baby? Is Future's Rain's baby? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. This is about secrets coming to the dark. I'm just going to read on a real basic level. Secrets coming to the dark, being judged, and having to run away from drama because of it. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. In the last reading, I felt with Drake's baby mama, I felt that he really could be the dad. Well, with this bitch, it's like throwing a big light bucket of like penises up in the air, and which one will land? I don't know. I guess we'll see in 6 or 5 months. We'll know. But it feels like the energy of a girl. Girl, just get it together, girl. You too old to be a bouzin. It's just too old, honey. You gotta take that stripper hole money and build you an empire off that shit, because you're making more money than the average person. You gotta be street smart about this, and this is just a whole fucking mess. I know Brittany is somewhere just having her best life right now, or she's about to, you know, because that man in his funkiest dick is ooh, it ain't right, y'all. That is not a Jesus, honey. That is not a Jesus.